Joining me now on this episode of Locally Sourced CP in the historic, Plaza Theater, downtown El Paso, thanks to our friends at Destination El Paso, is the artistic director of the El Paso Film Festival, Mr. Carlos.
It's like the OK Corral.
The Corral. We had this conversation coming up the stairs, and I was like, if I think about it, I'm not going to roll the R's. But Mr. Carlos Corral.
Nice to meet you too, Ray.
Yeah, no, Carlos, thank you. Carlos, thank you for joining me today, man. I appreciate you coming on and just taking time out of your day. We're going to just jump right into it, man. What is the El Paso Film Fest, and what is it all about?
Well, the El Paso Film Festival is in its 8th year, so we've made it 8 whole years. We even survived the pandemic, thank God. But yeah, it's El Paso's independent film festival. A lot of other cities like Austin, Dallas, San Antonio, they've all had big independent film festivals. El Paso was one of the few that didn't have a name film festival that was independent. So I started it in 2018 with several people. And it has been kind of the beacon that has kind of brought El Paso filmmakers who have either stayed or gone on to different cities to kind of come back and enjoy film as a way to connect artistically with other people. And it's grown bigger every year. We tend to get bigger and bigger guests. And then recently we were named top 50 worth the entry fee of all film festivals that are around.
Sweet.
And then even one of the top 25 coolest in 2024. So I feel that we're going somewhere with this festival.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's gotten, like you said, it's gotten bigger and bigger every year. And basically, I'll just ask you right off, what got you involved with the film festival? And I know yourself, you are a creator as well.
Well, okay, I'm gonna have to kind of start at the beginning a little bit.
All right,
So,
we got time.
no, but I'll try to sum it up. So, originally I graduated from the University of Texas at Austin with a film degree. I stayed in Austin for a couple of years, came back to my hometown, started my film production company here, and then I got involved with the Plaza Classic Film Festival. Believe it or not, it was back when Charles Horak was the artistic director there. And I had a feature film that I had just finished. We had 2 sold out shows. And then Charles asked me to come be the local film coordinator. So I said, sure, absolutely. And that's kind of how I started to network with everyone locally here, but then also I was meeting so many people in the industry that I would start to invite their movies in. So we had the local flavor program that kind of grew a bit, and then eventually, after being there, I want to say I was there for like 6 years with the local flavor. I decided to kind of branch off solo. So because I thought too, it was fun working with the Plaza Classic as far as local flavor, but I wanted to grow it into a full festival that was more independent. I mean, it's fun to have local flavor with El Paso filmmakers, but the other reason we started the El Paso Film Festival was to bring outside filmmakers to El Paso so that they could discover our city and also check out the artistic talent. And of course, a lot of them, I can't tell you how many El Pasoans have gone to LA, New York, Albuquerque, just all in different places. I think even a few went to New Orleans. But they've all been out there for film, for their film careers. Right. And now coming back and sharing the love of film with other filmmakers and they're discovering the city, I felt that was kind of the next evolution to kind of bring filmmakers together.
Yeah, one thing about the El Paso Film Fest, like what is, like, I guess, if you had to sum it up, like, for like a goal, like what would you want El Pasoan, what can El Pasoans expect if they attend and come in person? What can they expect from the El Paso Film Fest?
What you can expect from the El Paso Film Festival is brand new films. These are independent films that you don't get to see on Netflix or Hulu or HBO or whatever streaming service you have.
Ad-free, huh?
Yeah, but it's also one of the last few places that, there's a lot of originality here. Yeah. There are horror films, drama films, comedy films. There are a lot of artists that really just take risks in this area. And it's definitely an experience that a lot of people aren't going to experience in a regular movie theater. Mm-hmm. Of course, the whole thing that we want people to experience, though, is come to a movie theater like the Philanthropy, the El Paso Museum of Art, the Plaza. Mm-hmm. Come experience movies. But again, these are movies that you're not going to see at your regular chain theater, or you're not going to see it on streaming. And the other thing too is that independent film is always made with a lot of love, a lot of blood, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears. Mm-hmm. So meeting the filmmakers and the filmmakers wanting to come see their films with an audience to see how they react. I mean, those are the personal experiences that we just don't get, watching something from our couch across, and doing it from our tabletop
Right.
devices. So I feel that it's another genuine way to meet and talk to people. So again, that's why film festivals are so important, and that's what we try to grow every year with the El Paso Film Festival. At the same time, too, we also love to have parties, and and we love to tell
That's always
the
a good thing.
and we love to tell the not just the local filmmakers but outside filmmakers, hey, come to El Paso, we know how to throw a party. But also with that, we celebrate the work that independent filmmakers do, because it's really, really important.
Yeah, I mean, I think El Paso is just full of talent. Like not just like I think film wise, I've seen so many, so many filmmakers come out of El Paso. I've seen so many creators that are still here and they create and they leave, but they always come back. And it's just so great that we still have an event that supports local filmmakers, and the turnout's always so great.
Yeah, and I mean, again, the goal is local filmmakers, but it's also to introduce other filmmakers to those local filmmakers. I always feel the best connections are always made at a film festival, because everyone watches their work. They talk about, oh, what movie was yours, or this was my movie, or oh, I worked on this movie, and then they get to be together and then say, hey, I'm working on something else right now. Do you want to come and work with it?
Oh, that's
And
cool.
that's
Yeah.
where these really cool connections are made. And then as far as our goal, you mentioned on your last question,
Yeah.
as far as our goal, my goal with this festival is to become an Academy Award qualifying film festival.
Oh, nice.
There's a couple in Texas. I believe there are 3 in Texas. We would love to be number 4. And so what that would mean is that filmmakers would definitely put El Paso as a for sure stop. It's like, okay, we have to submit to this one. This one, if we win, we have a shot at qualifying for the Academy Awards, short list. And we've had films that have won here that have gone on to be nominated for Oscars. In 2020, we had White Eye, which is a short film from Israel that won our Best Short Film Award, and they ended up placing in the top 5 of the
that's
Academy
cool.
Awards that year. The most recent one was in 2024. There was a filmmaker, believe it or not, Jacqueline Balon, who's actually from El Paso. She did a documentary short called Until He's Back, and that one made it to the short list of the Academy Awards. So that was like the top 11. And then from the top 11, you go to the top 5 and everything like that. But still, just the fact that filmmakers are making it and they're visiting our festival first, that's kind of the main goal, because then, because if anything, the quality of films just keeps going up every year. Every year that we go through all these submissions, I'm like, wow, I only have 3 days. I only have like 2-3 theaters. I would love to show all of these movies, but it gets really difficult. And then, of course, having that local component, I also want to make sure that El Paso filmmakers, know what it's like to share a big stage. But also, again, meet other filmmakers from out of town, but also introduce them to other independent cinema. I feel like that's how everyone kind of feeds off each other. They get to see all their movies and say, wow, that was amazing. This movie gives me a great idea, or like, oh, I should work, or can I ask you how you did this, and that kind of thing. So it's a very wonderful place that people can discover the way artists come together and work together.
I like that because it's almost like a big networking party. That if
Kind
you-
of what it is, yeah.
kinda. Like you get together with other filmmakers, and if someone like might, hey, hey, you want to come work with us or to help us work out on this project we got on, since they're here, and you can meet them here, and then you can probably either move up or
Yeah,
meet other people.
I have a friend, Jason Carranza, who calls it it's our filmmaker Super Bowl is what he calls
Oh, that's
the El
cool.
Paso Film Festival.
Oh, that's cool. And I mean, that's so cool. And then like this year, you got a special guest coming. He himself was an independent filmmaker and just kept moving on and getting into the business. You want to talk a little bit about your special guest? You got
Sure.
coming in?
Our special guest this year is Kevin Smith. He made wonderful films, not just in the 90s. I mean, that's where I was exposed to it when
Yeah.
I was watching movies like Chasing Amy, Dogma, Clerks.
Yeah.
Even Mallrats was was a fun one that I absolutely loved. But that's one of the things that we absolutely love to do with our festival. Aside from Kevin, we had also brought Robert Rodriguez previously.
I remember that one.
We brought producers like Elizabeth Avion. Also, Adrian Palicki's also coming this year. So there's a lot of independent filmmakers that come that inspire work. And, people like that, like Kevin Smith, are definitely ones who I feel should pass down the knowledge to the next generation, which is pretty much what he's going to be doing. I know one of the things, I'm also a professor at New Mexico State University, and I teach film students at the Creative Media Institute. So it was always a wonder asking, do you guys even know who Kevin Smith is? Because it's
Yeah.
always, like we know who he
Yeah,
is
exactly.
from our time, and we loved all of his movies. And when we tell them, oh yeah, Clerks was this 16 millimeter movie shot in black and white that went to Sundance in 1994, they're like, what?
Yeah, I think the funniest thing that I get, especially from that Clerks movie, is that people are like, "Oh, they shot in black and white for artistic." Nope, it was just cheaper.
It was cheaper.
It was
Black
just
and white
cheaper.
film is cheaper to film, and they maxed out all their credit cards. They did exactly what indie filmmakers do. They
Yeah.
bet on themselves, and sometimes it pays off really big. So I feel Kevin Smith sharing his story that way
Yeah.
with our filmmakers, and not just our filmmakers. I can't tell you how many out of town filmmakers are so happy to be like, whoa, we get to see Kevin Smith and our movies get to be in your festival. Like, wow, that's amazing. And so they're all excited and they want to come down because they get a chance to, even learn from Kevin Smith. So that's why I feel that our festivals evolved. I love the local aspect that we have, but turning it into an oasis where outside filmmakers can discover us. I mean, we have world premieres coming in from Phoenix, from LA, from Austin. It's again, it gives them an idea of what our city has to offer. And plus, we're so close to them. It's like, yeah, guys, we are a great beacon here. We have direct flights to LA. No one knows that.
El Paso's grown so much, and I mean, it's such a cool place, especially if someone hasn't been, and hopefully some of the creators that come to this year's Film Fest they'll see it, and just especially now with the new tax breaks with that they're doing in Texas for filming, so that's going to be something big.
Yeah, I'm curious how that's going to translate because. Work in the industry did kind of stall out for a little bit, and I've even a lot of people have asked me, well, where do you think Hollywood is going? And I kind of say, I don't know. Right now, it seems to be leaving LA. It's just migrating. It's not gone.
Yeah.
It's just migrating to different places. And then that's why, even with Texas putting its film incentives on a much higher scale, which is great, you see states like California trying to win the industry back. You see, I know a lot of stuff's being affected in Georgia right now because Marvel is moving out. There's just so many things. It's like, yeah, Marvel's moving, but it means they're going to go somewhere. They have to go somewhere. Is it just, but where?
Yeah.
So that's why like all these states are offering these incentive deals where it's like, well, come over here, bring your business here. So I'm curious to see how it's going to play out, but I think it's a good thing. And again, with film festivals like ours, that's where industry professionals can come and get together. That's where you learn where the crew members are. People come and they say, oh yeah, I work with lights, I work with sound, I work with camera. And that's kind of what we want. This is the place where everyone celebrates the art, but also talk shop a bit.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I feel that, with our partnership with Creating Ways, with Destination El Paso, with Drew Mayer Oaks and Sammy Hasso, I feel like that's just going to keep on growing in our local industry, but also hopefully for the state of Texas.
Yeah, well, anything I could do to help, please let me know. I'd be happy to help in any way I can.
Oh yeah, no. I just doing this podcast and talking about it is already a big help. I always tell people like just even talking about it is always a huge help to festivals like ours, but also for highlighting the industry as well. So keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate it. Yeah. No, I think if I had to pick one thing, I've always had this passion. Like, I've always wanted to work with movies, but not like I've always wanted to do the behind the scenes, shooting behind the scenes while they're filming, interviewing the actors like after the fact or during filming, just to talk about their experience. Things like
you're talking about the electronic press kits. Yeah. I've been on those teams before. I got to be on one. Ooh, God, I want to say it was in 2015, 2016. I did it for the Maze Runner, the Scorch Trials. I went to Albuquerque, I was part of the EPK team, and I was setting up sound, and the actors would come and sit down. That's actually where I first met Giancarlo Esposito, Gus from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
He was one of them, and he sat down, and I was like, oh my God, a legend is right here. I can't believe it. But yeah, that's how. But those are fun, and there is a place for them if the movie's big enough. But yeah, even just having those is always great. I always say, and come to film festivals too. Behind the scenes of the parties, people cheering and applauding, and just overall just kind of becoming a bit of a family together is always a great thing to document, I feel.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that too. When is the El Paso Film Fest
So
happening, and where can people get the information?
yeah, so you guys can get information at elpasofilmfestival.org, full name spelled out. And yeah, we're September 25th through the 27th, so we kick off on Thursday and go Friday and Saturday. And on Thursday, we're actually here at the Plaza Theater. Friday, we're at the El Paso Museum of Art and the Philanthropy Theater, and also at the Visitor Center, again with Creating Waves, because they'll be having panels and workshops there. And then Saturday, we're in the Philanthropy Theater and also back here at the Plaza Theater. So there's a lot to do for our festival. There's plenty of movies to see. The other great thing too is that it's really affordable to attend our festival. There's a lot of programming that's free. So Creating Waves is free. The documentaries at the El Paso Museum of Art are free. It's mostly everything in the Philanthropy in the Plaza where you have to buy tickets, but those are only $10. Or you can spring for the VIP badge, which is $200, but that includes all the parties. So we have like 4 or 5 parties total.
Yeah.
And again, your food and drinks are covered by us. So it's kind of really that. It's how much you want to put into the experience. If you just want to come catch one show, $10-20, that's totally fine. The tickets for Kevin Smith are only $20.
Yeah,
It's super affordable.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
thing too. I was like really like appreciative, like the tickets for just to come watch Kevin Smith for your guys' festival to kick everything off.
Yeah, I feel, because again, like, it's knowledge is power, and I'm like, we're not gatekeeping it. We're just trying to
Yeah.
cover a cost here, really, at just $20. So, and it's a great big theater. But yeah, I always say everyone's experience is different. We actually even have we'll be doing some stuff with the Mexican American Culture Center on Saturday. So yeah, we're kind of expanding our footprint here. That's how we're getting bigger. But yeah, even everything at the Mexican American Culture Center is free. So yeah, we have plenty of venues that are free. Tickets are only $10 if you just want to see one show or 2 shows. And like I said, but if you want to come and party and mingle and meet filmmakers and network, that's the way to do it, because all the filmmakers who get in get free badges. So then we say, hey, well, you guys want to come network with them, come party with them.
Yeah, and then you guys kicked off a donation for T-shirts, right? For
Yes,
25
so,
bucks. I was noticing that T-shirt, man. I'm gonna have to see if I can get me one.
Yeah, no. We're again expanding, and we're trying to figure out, okay, how can we involve the community a little bit more? So yeah, like, we're now doing these T-shirts for $25, and again, keeping that affordable. I know T-shirts can go for like $40, but no, we want to do this because we want people to represent. And what everyone always notices about this shirt is just that it says El Paso, and then they're like, but which is great too, because sometimes they see it and they'll be like, oh, Paso Film Festival. You show those classic movies, right? Now, yeah, sure.
Yeah, people don't sometimes mix that up. They're two separate separate events. But
but that's okay. I mean, I still run into people who don't even know we have a classic film festival. So it's just one of those things that you're going to always run into. But what's great is that everyone outside of El Paso does know who we are, just because of our recognition with
awesome.
with being on the film festival circuit, top 50 worth the, because it is kind of a big deal when you're top 50 worth the entry fee and top 25 coolest, because then filmmakers start to hone in on you and they're like, we've heard good things, we should go travel there. And then that's what gets them to submit. I mean, we got at least 150 more submissions than we did last year, just based on that alone. And it's a lot more movies to watch, but and again, a lot of it was just really good. And you're like, oh, I need more time, I need more theaters, I need more money to get more theaters, because that's always the tough thing that we tell filmmakers, because they always wonder what goes into your selection process. I'm like, well, first of all, you need good sound. That's for me. But the other one is just it's time and space. Every film festival only has a certain amount of days, certain amount of theaters, and we really have to try to program everything we need and want, everything that makes us, laugh, cry, whatever you think. But I also, just because, some movies don't get in doesn't mean that, we're saying, no, you can't be a filmmaker. It's just, no, there were just so many amazing other ones, but come see what we're looking for, and use that to kind of improve your own filmmaking, because that's also the other thing too, and that's something I don't know if a lot of film festivals do it, but like, if a filmmaker gets rejected from ours, we give them a super deep discount saying, hey, we know it was really hard work, but here's this discount, get a badge anyway, and come and visit and come see, because we don't want you to stop what you're doing. Just because this one film didn't get in doesn't mean your next one won't get in. I always try to keep and I always try to keep alumni filmmakers like, what are you up to now? What are you doing? This was actually the first year where I lost 2 feature films to Austin Film Festival and 1 short film to South by Southwest. And I'm like, oh my God, like
Dang.
we're losing stuff, you know, and the filmmakers wanted to come with us first, but they said, oh, but we got this better offer. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's okay. I know the deal. So, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I always encourage people. And that's what I hope it surrounds them with when they come to festivals like this.
Well, it's a great thing you guys are doing, especially sharing that, especially how you get everyone together. They share the love, share the knowledge, and just basically have a good time and have a good party.
Yeah, have a good time and meet people.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing of this film festival is just meeting people. Some of the best friendships I've ever forged have been at a film festival.
Oh,
so
nice.
I can encourage everyone to come down just for that.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah.
of course, drinks and food also help.
Yeah, right. That's always a plus. That's how I used to say it. If you want to have a press conference, you make sure you have food, so you get all the photogs and reporters will go because they'll go for the food and still cover your event. Oh, Carlos, I appreciate coming on, talking film, El Paso Film Fest, and everything going on. I'll make sure I put all the information in the description below. That way, people can get the tickets, get all the information, especially if they get those tickets to see Kevin Smith. Come check out all the shows, know where all the free shows are at, and just have a good time.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see you all here September 25th through the 27th, Thursday through Saturday.
Hey, anything else you want to say right before we end today, Sam?
No, I mean, just like I said, come on down and support us, everyone. We're a great event. And come discover the magic of independent film.
Yeah. Again, I'd like to thank our friends at Destination El Paso for letting us use the historic Plaza Theater and Mr. Carlos Corral for joining me today. I told you, man, I just can't. I have to not think about that. And I can roll that R, man.
I love it.
I'm keeping the intro, though. So thanks for joining me today, man.
Thanks, man. You too.